Shalom, shalom, and welcome, my brothers and sisters. Welcome to Set Apart Time, a time I've committed to disseminating, to sharing the things that stirs within me at a given time, things that I believe are relative and related to set apartness and growing in unity and strength in Yahusha HaMashiach. This segment, this installment of Set Apart Time is about the drawing process of the person in the mirror. My brothers and sisters, this is where it begins. I want to read two passages of scriptures that I speak of often. It is important that we remember this is not our plan. It is a plan that has been created by the Almighty Father Yahuah, and he will draw those whom he have called out, whom he has chosen to be his and his alone. John 6:44 reads, "No one is able to come to me unless the Father who sent me draws him, and I shall raise him up in the last day." Here we see Yahusha HaMashiach being quoted as indicating that no one can come to him unless the Father draws him. And if we look also at John 12:32, John 12:32, it reads, "And I, if I am lifted up from the earth, shall draw all men unto myself." I submit to you, my brothers and sisters, there is a drawing power. There's a drawing power from the Almighty Father, and not everyone will be receptive or responsive to it. There will be many that will kick and fight and battle against it, for this war is indeed real. This drawing process, it begins with the person in the mirror. Yes, you, my brothers and sisters. You are being drawn if you are hungry, if you are desirous to worship and obey the Almighty Father. He indeed is drawing you to the Mashiach, Yahusha, whom represent his word manifest in the flesh, who represents his set-apart spirit sent as our teacher, our comforter, and the spirit of truth. And then from there, my brothers and sisters, we will find ourselves in the midst of two or more, beginning to establish fellowship with others. Here, structure begins with two or more. Fellowships, camps, groups, family begin to come together, my brothers and sisters. We will see a change in the way this has developed in times past as we witness being used as iron sharpening iron, as we grow in discernment and maturity, as we grow to understand the living presence, the living meanings of his written words. We will come together as a fellowship, as a camp, as a group, like we never could have imagined. Uniting Yasharal, this is the task of end times, a task of bringing together a scattered people, a scattered nation. The final exodus is in preparation. It is in swing, my brothers and sisters, and we will witness refinement as described in Hebrews 12th chapter. And I mention it often, my brothers and sisters. Become familiar with it. It even lets us know that no discipline, no chastening for the present seems joyous, but afterwards it yields a peaceable fruit of set apartness or righteousness. We will be refined. Trust. It is not about a maybe. It is not about a if. It is not about a might. End time prophecies will be fulfilled. And there is indeed a drawing process. So as we begin to discuss these things, as we begin to discuss set apart life, growing together in unity, when we find someone that is combative and rebellious against the truth that we present, walk away. Come away from that person. Mention it to them, and if you cannot come into agreement, step away. The Most High will indeed draw them when it's time for them to receive what is true. And in some cases, some may not ever be drawn, for they may have no intentions of serving the Almighty Father. So it is our time, my brothers and sisters. It is our time when we see arguments flaring up, conflicts flaring up, and divisions that are not set apart. It is time to just walk away, whether it be momentarily, whether it be for a while, or whether it be permanently. Let us quit trying to make someone receive what we want them to receive. But let us be obedient and speak as the Spirit of Yahusha guides us. This concludes this segment of Set Apart Time, which focuses, again, the drawing process It is a process that we will find ourselves being guided away from arguments and debates. Just present, listen, discern, and embrace those who are of like mind and spirit and understand. For there we will see the body of Yahusha, the spiritual body of the children of Yahuah, come together in unity. For a foot cannot be a neck, the kidney cannot be an elbow, the thumb cannot be a thigh. So like parts, connecting parts, precept upon precept, building upon building of likeness, and areas where we connect is most important. So let us not strive to be something that we are not called to be, but let us seek to discern that task, that specific duty that the Most High has for us. Be encouraged, my brothers and sisters. Proof will enlarge among the face of the children of Yahuah. Proof will come with power and discipline. We will face extreme humbling times, and out of those times we will begin to see the body of Mashiach being fitly joined together. I pray that this message has found you in good health, growing in wisdom and discernment. I pray that all is well. Be encouraged. Our redemption is near, sooner than we expect. Shalom, shalom, shalom.